Stop it.
Are we gonna go see Jeffrey Star?
Are we gonna see? Oh, that's right. I was supposed to go to a concert tonight. Wait. I need to reveal the game, Justin. Stop asking. I don't remember. Coffee paint. No.
I saw turning red.
Okay. Now that all of that evidence is deleted from YouTube, let's go ahead and reveal the game. Crappy, take us over there. Yeah. Past the Legend of Doom and on to maybe somebody else's Doom. Wait, you cannot consent to Justin putting the brush into my coffee, chat? That's not how it works. That is not how it works. You know what? Whatever. I don't even care. I love to see everybody here. I'm sorry that you're all derogatory. Let's go ahead and bring in somebody who's going to unleash the pain. Mr. Torture. Yeah. And I torture the pumpkin thing. I don't even know what this pumpkin thing is, but we've got Torture today. Hello, Mr. Torture.
Oh, hello. Hold on a second.
Don't brush your mic. Don't you dare.
No, I'm not going to brush the mic. I need to do something because the audio is coming off of different outputs, so now it's coming from my headphones. All right.
Okay.
It's going to be a mess.
Output.
Now I can brush it.
Audio source derogatory. That's what I use whenever I'm trying to set up for Kusog7ande. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Been a while since I've been around here, I think.
I know you've been a pretty busy body. Although, like, whenever you've shown up. Oh, wait. Whenever you've shown up for stuff. What stuff? What stuff do you show up for? Oh, the GM Hangouts. Those have always been fun, and you're going to be on my Grudge Match show next weekend. Next Friday. So
wasn't sure I was allowed to say anything about it.
Yeah, if you're on my show, well, actually, okay, I mean, unless they're like, oh, you said too many swears lately. Have you said too many swears? Well, no, I don't know if you did. They got to find out. They're going to go do the research to see if you've been a naughty boy.
Oh, well, of course.
Yeah.
Well, if they have to find if I have a swear, but I don't know. Spanish swears do count.
I don't actually. I don't know. I don't know if they count. Maybe they count even more.
Oh no.
I don't know. I don't know how the vetting team works, but you know, as long as they don't catch you being naughty, then you're going to be on the GDQ hotfix on Friday. I still need to choose a game for you. We'll figure that out. It's going to be a lot of fun, though. But from what I can tell, this game that's coming up, I don't think I've seen or played it, but it looks special.
It's, well, spoiler alert. It's a spoiler alert. It's been before.
Oh.
But it's been a while since it's been on Kusog7ande.
I can believe that. There are enough games that have been on Kusog7ande that I have forgotten about many of them. So what do we have today?
Today we have DJ Boy for the Genesis.
See, it says DJ Boy, but I'm skeptical. I'm going to go ahead and use DJ Boy parentheses skeptical. That's how I'm feeling about this.
Yeah, because I think the logo is kind of misleading. It kind of looks like BJ Boy or whatever. I don't know. Looks weird. But trust me,
say this
even
is a
if it
classic,
looks weird,
though.
Yeah, well, I trust. I know someone in chat mentioned that this is a classic, and it is. It kind of is.
Well, good.
It's going to be brutal.
I can definitely believe that. The players are going to have 1 hour to try to make as much progress as they can while they play. Whoever does takes the victory today. They will be staying in Kusog7ande, and the people who take the other places, you know, depending on their current score, they may or may not be able to return to round 4. I have to ask, what are the stakes? Do you happen to know how the players are doing so far in this tournament?
As far as I know, No. No, I think that most of this is a 9 to 10 points match.
Oh, so
I'm
3
thinking
people.
that we have 3 people will be out of it.
Oh, geez. Honestly, though, what I really like to do with elimination rounds, in my opinion, I feel that it's a good opportunity to bring back some of the classics and see how they do with them. And, you know, even though this probably is, like, we haven't had it for a long time, but at the same time, the game seems relatively straightforward to play.
It's just straightforward.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
Yeah, so I would take
So-
hard but straightforward over confusing, but like if you manage to guess the right thing at the right time, bam.
No, I'm
you're
not
good.
giving them an RTS or a puzzle game. I'm not a sadist.
I mean, Mr. T, your name is Mr.
Oh,
Torture.
well,
I'm not a sadist, says Mr. Torture, as he loads up,
I know,
like-
I'm a living contradiction.
as he puts like more fuel into the burning machine. I don't know. Do you have a burning machine? Do you burn people's? You can burn them
I
with
have,
like cigarette
I
butts.
have whips.
Yeah. Oh, you got
I
whips.
have
Okay,
whips. Yeah.
that's fine.
I have handcuffs.
Okay.
So,
This sounds like a different type of torture.
well, it is torture itself.
Oh,
I have a torture chamber. So, I have an extra room at my apartment that I'm considering. Okay, maybe I can use this.
maybe
as
I
my
can use
torture
this for
room.
torture. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say only consensual torture. Okay, do not
Oh, of
torture
course.
people for, like, if they don't want to be tortured, don't torture them.
I'm thinking there's another word for consensual torture, but this is a friendly stream, and I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
going to go into
ASMR. That is.
that. And
Well,
ASMR is the greatest approximation we have for that. So yeah.
yeah, something like that. Everybody, welcome to Kusog7ande, where occasionally we talk about things that are directly related to the stream, but there's no guarantee that this is one of those. Let me go ahead and turn up audio so that we can hear how the players'
let's
sounds
keep-
are coming through. Hello? Maybe
Hold on,
that's
I'm going
does
to-
title
There's a
screen.
demo. Yeah, there's a demo coming up.
That is certainly an audio.
Yep.
Ding. Okay. This is sounding good. Look at this. Everybody, we've got 4 players here. Fartsplosion. Yeah, everybody, if you like farts, that is the player to watch. If you like blank or white, Blanc is white. So that's cool. If you like snakes, we've got a very quiet one on the bottom left. Yeah, Silent Snake can be playing there. And finally, if you like roses, Little May Rose on the bottom right. Only one person from this match will be moving on in the tournament. The other 3 will be eliminated. We will cry, and we will not do it. Yeah, my tears will not be ASMR. They will be very loud. But that's okay, you know, it's just like Survivor. You got to vote somebody off, and sometimes you cry about it, and too bad. They just got to leave the island.
Yeah, it reminded me of, I don't know, we got Big Brother here. It's just started over here. Another rendition of the show over here, so it's all about eliminations and whatever. So yeah.
I've never watched
your
Big
Big Brother
Brother,
players.
but I probably should at some point. I love Survivor. I've been watching I finished season 41, started watching season 42. They're currently airing 43, so I'm starting to get caught up.
Survivor, I think it's much better than Big Brother. So yeah.
I love Survivor. Okay, it is that time. The players are ready from what I can see in chat. So everybody get all of your coolest American emotes, okay? And actually,
you have
now that I
caps.
say that, I'm a little bit worried about what people might spam in relation to America.
Yeah, you have hats or caps. You can use it as well. Punches, kicks, anything body related, because this is a beat 'em up as well. So yeah.
Yeah, spam America, the DJ boy. Countdown is starting now. Bloody, bloody, bloody. As soon as I see movement, I will start our timer. Okay. Come on. I think the players are getting into it. Okay, we've got action. We've got adventure. We've got rollerblades.
Yep. Roller skating. So this game is on continuous, they say, the auto-scroller. Well, you have to beat up people while roller skating. Because you're a DJ, boy.
Welcome to twitch.tv/Brossentia, the only place on the internet willing to have people race an auto-scroller.
Even if it's an auto-scroller, I think the thing is that the game progresses just like any other video app. As soon as you clear the stage with all the enemies on the screen, you don't progress. So it's an auto-scroller. It's a fake auto-scroller.
Yeah. Okay. So essentially, it's a beat 'em up where we're on this set of enemies until you beat them, and then you move on to the next set and the next set. So it's a lie. Are you cows? What are some of the background saying here? I don't know.
Yeah, it's just DJ Boy in the
know
background
that
right now.
DJ Boy. I'm aware of that one. Oh. Yeah, unfortunately, if you missed the predictions, I'm sorry. Too bad. You'll be able to get in for the next round. Between matches, we try to get the predictions up and running, and hope. I don't know who's going to win.
I am honestly surprised because 1 minute and a half in, we haven't got a game over yet.
Oh, really? Did you expect one?
Honestly, yeah. This game is kind of unforgiving.
I think I remember this lady. Okay.
I remember this lady, but don't worry. This is going to be a good lady.
By good,
Spam
you mean...
Ono good if you want to in chat. Because this lady throws you pies at your way.
She throws pies?
Yeah, she's throwing pies. Look at that.
Oh my gosh. It's like Xena on Game Boy Color.
Yeah, because this is a game, it's a port. The original game is an arcade game by Kaneko.
Okay.
And the original game didn't have the most likable traits about American people.
Yeah.
So they showed you a different type of person here and doing something nasty. So for the American version and this port in particular, they decided to brush up things a little more.
Honestly,
and we got all game overs at last.
Yeah. I'm glad that at least by the 90s people were starting to like take some of the like sensitivity into consideration. Although it's not universal that the 90s were better, there was still a lot of problematic stuff. So if you see stereotypes on this stream, we do not necessarily endorse anything that you see happening here. Instead, I love to experience games the way that they were made and talk about them, blemishes and stuff. Yeah, blemishes and all, everything. But honestly, the game runs pretty smooth so far. Like, I haven't really seen too much lag. What's the main struggle that people are having?
The difficulty itself, and some of the bosses, and some of the controls themselves. Because even if you have front punches, back punches, and even kicks, there's another movement where you can punch on both ways if you're surrounded. But that movement is critically useless. Yeah. And some of the struggles you'll find are along the way in some of the further stages. So right now, even if the stages are kind of short, bosses are tough. So I think that's the main key takeaway. Bosses themselves are kind of hard to go by.
I've got one very minor style complaint about this game. This is going to be like the most nitpicky thing I could say about a game on Kusog7ande. And that's the coloring scheme for the main character. Usually, like, when you're making a game, you want to make sure that, like, the playable character pops out a lot more than everything else. But I'd say that out of everything showing up on screen, you're, like, the blandest person.
You're not the blandest. Also, I think almost the smallest one around here. Because if you check at the height of your DJ boy,
Yeah.
it's kind of small next to the other players. And not only the bosses, but the enemies themselves on the street.
Yeah, it's just it's very nitpicky.
No, but I get it.
The graphics are actually pretty good in this. If this is an arcade port,
Yeah.
that absolutely makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, this is I think graphic-wise, this is a good port itself, and it's just a little unforgiving when it comes to the game itself. But you'll see eventually CPL players are picking up money, coins along the way. Those coins are going to be useful as soon as they finish a stage,
Yeah.
because they'll get to buy power-ups and lives. So lives, I think, no, you don't get to lives. But you'll get more energy, some more power for your punches and kicks. So you'll get progress. It's just going to be really hard to get that.
I'm still trying to read the sign that has like somebody's thigh or hip or belly in it, and it says, "Are you cowed?" Like what is it? What does it say? Like I see
haven't
Palm
paid attention
Spring.
yet to that. Yeah, Palm Springs says on the billboard.
Yeah.
And wait.
Are you cow?
Oh, Barry LeBlanc, do not use that. I've not told them not to use it. I've just given them, you can use this. You'll figure out if it's useful or not. But you will find out it is not.
Okay, let me see. I'm gonna make one of the screens bigger for me. Akina and Index 13. Are you?
It's bigger.
Yep, that doesn't actually help me at all. Well, dance. Also, I remember somebody like commenting about how graffiti in video games is absolutely like
Are you cowed?
inaccurate.
I see it now. I saw it. Are you cowed? What is that? I have no clue.
Are you corn? Are you in love? Ooh, it could. Are you? It doesn't say. Are you in love? Are you?
No. Are you corn?
Are you corn? I'm gonna say it's Are you corn for now, and we're just gonna accept that as our
But
reality.
it's just showing a thigh. Well, why does it say cowed with a thigh?
Are you
I don't get
cowed?
this.
Yeah. So here's the deal. Everybody playing in this match. They have 9 points. 3 out of 4 will be eliminated. First place is extremely important. And I think that once somebody beats the first boss, we will have our very definitive, at least for the time being, they're definitely in first place. Right now, it's essentially tied. Oh, apparently it says, "Are you covered?" I was wondering if that was what it said, but it gets cut off. I think it just says, "Are you cover?"
Are you covered?
Are
Yeah,
you
that
cover?
makes sense.
I am cover.
Props to Kaneko for their American port for this. Because if they have to, I don't know, do something without breaking the game too much, that's okay.
Yeah. I'm thinking about this game right now, and I actually I think like the brutal difficulty is probably the worst thing about it so far. Other than that, I'm kind of enjoying it.
You see, bro, this is the type of games that you have to play it in order to understand how bad it is. Because even if it looks okay, further stages will not make it okay.
Yeah, everybody, if you are new watching Kusog7ande, that tends to be a theme with a lot of games that show up here, that they look a lot better than they play. If you see, just because it looks good doesn't mean it is good. At the same time, good visuals and good music can do a lot to make people tolerate bad gameplay. Like, a lot.
And the contrary.
Oh, yeah.
And the opposite as well.
There's some games that,
terrible
like,
graphics, but good
just because
gameplay.
of the specific graphics and such. Okay, somebody sent me a link to the original picture. And yeah, it's almost a naked lady with some very cleverly censored parts. By clever, I mean she put her arms over her chest. It's not really that clever. So, I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm fine with you putting whatever you want in your games. Hey, Varian LeBlanc is
Varian
through
LeBlanc.
stage 1. Easy.
Yeah. Easy.
That flex, though. He's got, like, the chubbiest arms. I love it. Okay.
So now you see this is the item shop where they can use the monies for more speed, more power, or some health regain,
I
which
think
is
you gotta get
the
health
most
regain.
appropriate thing.
Yeah.
You got, I think the most appropriate ones would be the health refill and the punches. And now, look at
Really?
this.
Oh, no. This is not okay for level 2 at all. No. Question for you. Are there continues or extra lives once you get past round 1?
No.
Okay.
So this is bad at the first part, but then you get oil patches along the road. Good, or Baron LeBlanc to avoiding them, but there will be more. So we'll get to see. Of course, there's cones, and the cones hurt you.
Okay. Is
You
that
have to be
oil
extra
or a
careful.
hole? That varied
No,
LeBlanc
that's
jumped
oil.
over? Okay, well,
You see,
I don't think that's problematic then. Jump on the oil.
it just makes you go stream fast and uncontrollable. And if you fall down, you slip more. So I think Baron LeBlanc found an easy strat to avoid that, but we'll see how
Yeah.
the other players figure that out as well.
I think I found the manual for the arcade here that gives a little bit
I
of the
have
lore.
the manual for the. I can send you in the manual for the.
Send it to me.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody,
Hold on.
thank you for being here. We've got a full packed weekend. 4 matches today, 4 matches tomorrow. It's going to be Kuso all the way down. So thank you for being here. Thank you for those who have subscribed and are helping to support the channel. And if you do enjoy what you're seeing here and want to help keep things going, you are always welcome to subscribe. Send a tip. I believe that I have a link to that below the stream on my main channel. Or technically I have a Patreon that's linked on my Twitter, and those are various ways that if you are so inclined you can support. And if you don't wish to do that but still enjoy it, feel free to go ahead and share with your friends. Like, just, we gotta keep the Kusa rolling like these balls again. What is this dude? He's wearing a Speedo and dropping bowling balls on
Speedo.
you.
And using tap dancing shoes with socks
That is not how you tap
and
dance.
glasses.
Yeah, if
Well, I
you're
don't
wearing a
know.
Speedo,
He's
you
using-
should not have socks on.
And he also has a little. It's not on his necktie. It's like a necktie.
I suppose, like, I'm having a hard time seeing this boss at all.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. This boss, even with all the bowling balls and whatever, it is not as terrible as the first boss. So we might see Baron LeBlanc doing some progress here. Ouch. So I think I can sum up because the manual has a long story with
Holy.
comic.
Yeah, how many pages
comic
is
style.
that?
I think it's just
Oh, it's just
3.
2. It's not 2 or
just
3.
Two. But basically, your DJ boy, the Dark Knights have kidnapped your girlfriend Maria, beat them up cruising around Cigarette City on your rollerblade.
Cigarette. It's sort of, it's a
Cigarette.
portmanteau between cigarette and wretch, which is
Okay.
essentially a gagging sound. Like, that. Cigarette City. I like that. That's a good portmanteau.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. And it's good.
Yeah, and apparently a new sport is popular. The sport is roller game, which essentially is you ride around on roller skates, kicking people, and then you fight a very lovely mother. And I don't know why. Oh no, your name is Donald J. Boy. That is possibly the worst name for any character I have ever heard. Hey, Donald J. Boy, let's go ahead and abbreviate it to DJ Boy. Yeah, DJ Boy has actually toured the world as a roller fighter, and he just happens to drop into Cigarette City with his girlfriend, Maria. Oh no, he just met a girl named Maria.
Yeah.
Yeah, and suddenly he found how wonderful sound can be. Maria. Say it loud in it. And there's music playing. Say it soft, and it's almost like praying. Maria. See, that's all you have to do.
I have to turn the volume down, bro. I'm sorry.
Fine. I mean, there's a lot of bad music out there in the world as well. Just because your name sounds like a song doesn't mean it's a good one. Could be a Yoko Ono song, you know?
I like how one of the players on chat is asking if, on the game Discord if the game is on easy by default, and yes, I told them do not touch the options. You got two choices for easy and normal, so you're going to be fine with easy. What is chat saying? The J is short for J Donald J Boy.
So his full name is Donald J Boy Boy. That is absolutely not correct. But I do like this theory. Donald J Boy Boy. Oh boy. So anyways, when news of DJ Boy gets around, the town gets all excited. But not everyone is happy. DJ Boy being around doesn't please the bad roller team, the Dark Knights. Are you serious? As soon as you are in a roller skating gang and name yourself the Dark Knights, you're just asking to be described as an incel. That's exactly who you are, okay? Their leader, Heavy Met Tony, calls his gang together straight away. We can't afford to lose the next competition. We have to do something about that DJ Boy. What are we gonna do? Go on, tell us. Not cause a fuss. Let's get him to come over. Hey, it's gonna be real bad news if that DJ Boy gets into the competition. Help! Help! Ah! I think that's the sound of a truck. Okay.
Yeah.
Maria.
The truck going far away.
DJ Boy comes running, but the Dark Knights are one step ahead of him, and Maria is carried off. Ooh, this passive tense. I'm gonna go ahead and write some notes. If you want to have more engaging writing, avoid Maria is carried off. Say, the Dark Knights abscond with Maria, or kidnap Maria. See, get rid of that. Maria is carried off. Who's doing it? I know, by the context, it's the Dark Knights, but it's passive and boring. You coward, Tony. Well, it's just a question of who is the better roller skater. DJ Boy sets out in search of his true love, Maria. Yeah. We've got the damsel in distress trope going on strong here, and only the coolest roller skater can free the girl. Okay. So that's cool.
It's terrible. Even the plot itself, it's okay. Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah, well,
I mean, if it's okay for this game.
Yeah, I'd say that, oh my gosh, the manual under DJ Boy, aka Donald J. Boy. I am the main character in this game. I'm off on my roller skates to try and save Maris. They didn't even spell it correctly. Oh my gosh.
No.
Okay.
No,
seriously. Let me see if I can share this with y'all. Okay. You gotta see. This is dumb. Maris. Okay, and then up to that.
Maris.
Yeah. Maris.png. Bam. That's right. How lazy do you have to be to get that wrong? Because that's I'm off on my roller skates to try and save Maris.
Well, if you take into consideration how the game plays, I think.
Yeah.
Well, they're on brand with the spell checking.
My guess is that yeah, whoever did the translation for this game either was not an English speaker or they were just really lazy, which is equally possible. Do you know how many, like, people I have met who have to write things and can't, like, even with spell check, cannot get a basic sentence with, like, comprehensible words put together? Oh my gosh, one of my old jobs, it was terrible. Seriously, there's so many times, and I was like one of the assistant managers, and I just sort of had to, like, be like, no, you suck, you're not doing good. Okay, Maria, I'm DJ Boy's girlfriend. Yeah. There's somebody named Honey. Yeah. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm just saying the first explosion is on the second stage as well.
Yeah.
And Little Mary Rose as well. So we have, I think we were judging by who made the furthest first. Ariel LeBlanc in first place. First explosion in second, and Little Mary Rose on third.
By the way, I really do enjoy that when you beat the first boss, it says easy. If you're on medium difficulty, does it say medium?
No, it says normal.
Normal.
Because there's just easy and normal.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
That would be hilarious, though, if, like, based off of the difficulty that you played as, that's what he yelled.
No, would it be fun if you took on the first stage and you look all beat up and say, I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah, it's interesting with... I don't really like the darkness in this stage, but I do like that it's not dark all the time. It's just in certain areas, like where the train's not, you know. You can't expect all of the subway to be nicely lit. There are going to be some dark spots, like where Fart Explosion is right now. I've seen enough movies with subways to know that there are creepy spots all over the place. Oh my gosh. Fart Explosion, just all the bowling balls destroying you. Oh my gosh. Good dodges. And I think Fart Explosion is almost to the boss here. This appears to be the boss area.
If you pull up the game fact out of this game FAQ, it says the level 2 breakdancing male stripper guy. So we can call him.
He is a stripper. Yeah, look at him dance. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, if he is wearing a bow tie, he's absolutely like, he's a Chippendale.
The only thing I don't like is why the glasses? Why the sunglasses?
Yeah, wouldn't that make it even more difficult to see in the subway?
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, he's absolutely a Chippendale dancer. That actually explains the shoes and socks. I can let him wear socks now. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and give him permission.
If it comes to this, with Fart Explosion being here, I might have to double check on how much damage did Baron LeBlanc do to this
my gosh. Okay, I'm reading about the various enemies in this game because the manual describes them.
Yes.
What happened?
No, the enemy names. Go on.
Yeah, first there's Honey. Hey, come near me and I'll throw a bomb. In spite of how sweet I look, people know I'm a tough opponent. Don't know who that is because it's probably the lady who was on the train right there. Dave.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Here's Dave.
Fart Explosion. The male stripper guy is dead.
He's strange.
Fart Explosion is in first.
Why did the stripper's arms turn into like tentacles? I dislike that. Okay, this game is pretty amazing. Strange? So there's also...
the good thing is that...
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
There's also Dave, and it says, so I like to whistle. Stick around, and you'll find I'm a slow mover, but I win on strength. There's also Chick. Chick, that's me. Don't make fun of me just because I'm small. You just can't tell where my strengths are. There's also Sam. I like dancing and picking on people. Was it me that ignored you, then punched you from behind? Common. I don't know nothing about it. I think it's supposed to be come on, but it says common. I love it. Ow. Yeah, let me pull this up. Here you go, everybody. Was it me that ignored you, then punched you from behind? Common. I don't know nothing about it. I think Little May Rose has taken a small breather. Players are allowed to have a bit of a breather. That is completely allowed.
Yeah. Yeah, Little Mary Rose, I think, had an issue with their hand, so I told them to be wary of how they wear.
Yeah.
And to let us know if they had to go and do something else.
Yeah, that's understandable. You know, you got to make sure that
I've asked
like,
them if
you
they
don't
were
turn
okay, if they were going to be able to play, so they told me they were. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say if you're playing in the tournament, you know, go ahead and put your own health as a priority. Common. I don't know nothing about it.
Common. This stage, Warfare Explosion, is brutal. It's faster than the other stages, and then it slows down. And I think get to more enemies, and then I think the boss.
Let's see, who comes after Sam? Okay, there's Harry. I'll put you straight. I'm tough. None can fault my elbow blow from the side. How does that make you feel? Good, eh? And then there's Hatch. My best technique is a downward elbow chop. When the game starts, my big brother Harry and I get together and just keep on the attack. Yeah, so there you go. That's like one of the least helpful enemy sections I've ever seen in a manual. I'm very disappointed.
This manual doesn't really help unless it gives you an overall idea of the game, but yeah. Except for the comic itself. The comic itself is kind of nice. I'd imagine that the quality would be even better in the original game. Oh, so now, whoa, First Explosion is dealing with exploding.
Well,
clowns.
I mean, if the original, not the clowns, no! If the original was on arcade, there probably wasn't a comic section, though.
Visual novel, when we can call it.
There was a visual novel.
Okay.
Yes!
First Explosion is on stage 4.
Holy,
this is good.
Yeah, First Explosion is running away with this.
I think First Explosion picked up on it and what it does. I think it's got enough money to try things. And, yeah.
Yeah, having max health is very helpful. Do you automatically get health, like extra max health after each stage? Or
no, you have to buy it.
Okay, so essentially, get money when you can. What you want to do is make it so that, like, you don't take damage as much as possible, but if you do, that you have enough backup. You just want to make sure that when you get to the boss, you're safe enough.
Okay, let's see. Little May Rose is almost there. She can handle this. Come on. Don't get too greedy. Just some far away at... Oh! Too bad.
Little May Rose getting another game over. That's fine, though, you know.
Yeah. I think that the fact with these bosses is that you have to play it safe at a moment, so when you start having results, you have to resort to the jump attacks and just do as much damage as possible. Oh, for Explosion displays.
By the way, Draxy, thank you for the resubscription. It is very helpful. Thank you very much. Someone is pointing out that apparently what was it, Sega Power, they hated this game. They gave it a 30% rating. Ooh, that is rough.
That is rough, yeah.
Yeah. Unfriendly, unfunny, and unfair per some of the quotes. Paul S. in chat often likes to come in and share some of the reviews that that people wrote about the various games. I sometimes go and find some, but Paul S., like, if you are watching on YouTube later and you want to go, like, see reviews as they come in, you can always watch live, or Twitch VODs have the chat as well with the links that people share so that you can go and see the reviews later. They're
now
fantastic.
Playing. There's a mirror match going on right now.
No, you have to fight your clone.
Yeah. The clone isn't that smart, though.
I'm not sure about that.
They do throw punches. They do throw punches, though, so get out of the way with the punches.
That's a lot of punches, yeah.
Yep, and they also do some crouching, which is kind of unfair. But, well... See the strat on... Oh, there you go. So now they have... The First Explosion bought an extra life. This is what we're seeing right now.
That was a very, very smart idea. I don't know if Fart Explosion knew it was an extra life, since the game's not very good at describing stuff, but...
No, the descriptions on the signs... Well, they were in the manual. Kind of regretting not giving the manual for that, but...
I didn't see them in the manual. Where? This game is
on
not...
the bottom, yeah.
On the bottom?
No, it's on page 7.
Page 7, yeah. You got the hamburger that your level of life can be revived to the full level of on the life meter. Just say full heal.
Nice.
That's all you have to say. Your level of life can be revived to the full level on the life meter by winning hamburgers. A hamburger
Look
will
at
also
this round clear screen.
Shut up. Nonsense. What? Phony.
Okay. Good thing is that First Explosion has a lot of money now. They can buy more lives. I think they have about one more life, and that's it. I think that's the safest way. I think because getting a new life also refills your life, so it's a really good idea.
Yeah.
So you get into the stage that is the gauntlet, which you have to do some little staging, and then you have to fight all the bosses again.
Honestly, Fart Explosion is having the best playthrough right now.
I'm surprised. Considering how the other players have been here following around, I am surprised. Let me check on something else.
Yeah, Little May Rose, oh my gosh. Just made a realization. So the main
Explosion.
Yep.
No, but I'm going through and analyzing all the players. I think First Explosion was last on their first match, which was the first game I gave out.
Yeah.
Which was this little dude guy. What's his called? Oh, JP Ronnie. And then came out in second for their second match. So this is a really good outcome for him.
Yeah, Fart Explosion, taking fourth and then taking second. That was just barely enough to stay in the tournament. Taking third would have eliminated him. So yeah, the people here in general have taken fourth and second. Some of them may have taken third and third. That would give them 10 points, which they would still have to come in first in order to move on. If you have 19 points at the end of round 3, then you get to move to round 4 in the group stage. I'm not sure anybody else is going to be able to catch up to Fart Explosion, although it seems like once you get get past the wall that is level 2, it's a little bit easier to make progress.
Yeah, I feel that as you go through stage 2, you get an idea of the game, and if you get an idea of the bonus stages or the shop itself, I think the game can be pretty straightforward. It's a matter of understanding how the game goes. And I feel too bad for the other players that haven't gotten much too further.
Yeah, I'm just making sure the players remember. Like Little May Rose's hand is really hurting. I'm not sure if it's been a repetitive stress injury or if it's been something else. For Kusog7ande, we are allowing everybody to use Turbo for any game if they so desire. They are always welcome to do that.
They are allowed to use Auto Fire. I had told them on my first game choice, and so they're free to use it. So yeah. It depends because this is about the type of game where you start mashing, I think, the punches or the kicks, and it's going to punish you right away. So it's like mashing, while can be used, maybe not ideal.
Yeah, it seems like the big issue is that her movement hand is the one that hurts the most.
She had to change hands. She's not using one of her hands. She mentioned she was going to have coordinated so in a reference to have coordinated.
I love have coordinated. Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely a cool.
One of my favorite.
Yeah.
Persons in the community. So it's possible we might see a clear from Fart Explosion.
Okay, yeah. How much longer is there? Because we're on the double clown fight.
I think we have the clone fight, and I think there's not much else. I think we have the clone fight. Let me double check.
Is there a final boss? Or is the clown fight the final boss?
No, they have this. There's a difference. They have another type of. There's another boss after the clones.
Okay.
And then there's another stage which brings up another boss at the end.
Okay, so we still have a decent amount of. Oh no! Okay, mirror match here. I hope Fart Explosion still has at least one extra life. By the way, the extra life that you get is when you buy the kitty.
Yep.
Cats are. I mean, that makes sense. Cats have 9 lives. Might as well have one donated to you for money. Donated for money. Yeah, that's how it works.
Okay, so Little May Rose is once again on the second stage. I want to see how she does this.
And there we go. Fart Explosion did just use the extra life, but again, since this is the mirror match, it should.
Fart Explosion still has to fight another boss after this one, and there's another boss after that.
No. Okay, so we might not see a game clear, but it's a good push, and then Fart Explosion might be able to get back to this point. All you have to do is have one good push, but once you've already made it this far, you may be more likely to be able to get back here because you already have all the knowledge. Oh no, it's fire breathing.
Terminal guy.
I like that hair, okay? Absolutely from an 80s rock band.
I like how he's thrown some punches already in. Good on Fart Explosion. I don't think bosses aren't that smart. So.
I'm glad everybody has beaten level 1. That's really good.
Yeah, Solid Snake made it to the first bosses too. Solid Snake has been struggling so far. Jeez, this it's not that smart. This boss is not that smart.
Yeah,
definitely.
Like Fart Explosion, it's good that you're taking it slow. There's no timer in the game, so there's really no reason to rush. Oh, those bowling balls sound like they're farting.
Well, it wouldn't be a Genesis game without farts.
It's true.
Oh, no! For Explosion, game over.
Oh, no.
That was a close one.
By the way, one of the main people who programmed this, actually, yeah, they did the programming for this. They were also the program supervisor for Klonoa in 2008 and worked on some of the King of Fighter games, did art for Dead or Alive 3, and then motion designer for, what is this, Athena Awakening from the Ordinary Life?
What?
Yeah, there are 2 different Athenas in the Athena realm for SNK, and that is a game specifically that takes the later Athena. This is kind of creepy looking. It looks like it might be a horror game, or maybe it's just a 3D adventure game. But yeah. So that's
mentioning that Fart Explosion might make it back there. I'm not sure about the timing itself, but there's a possibility. Not sure about the game clear, but at least getting to level 5 once again.
Oh yeah, the person who did the audio for this did the opening theme song for Little Witch Academia Chamber of Time. I just love that. I love all of the, like, their connections to good games and bad games. I mean, this has a connection to Super Godzilla, which, as far as I'm aware, is not the best Godzilla game in existence.
Poor little May Rose. She made it back to the boss, but the balls just were too hard. So let's see what Silent Snake does with our Male Stripper guy.
It's classy. You know it's classy because there's a bow tie.
So I like how this game. I think there's one positive thing I can say about this game, and the shop itself, in where it forces you a little bit to be more clever with your purchases, where the life might be the most recommended way. I feel like you might throw in some cash into the punches so they can punch harder.
Yeah,
and you can beat enemies faster.
That would be very helpful to increase your damage. Especially since some of these bosses are taking a long time. That was bad luck for Fartsplosion not being able to finish the game out, but at the same time, you know, it's such a lead for Fartsplosion that might not really matter. If you're new watching this match, by the way, it doesn't matter where you are when the match ends. It just matters the best push that you had at any given point during the match. So right now, Fartsplosion did move back to stage 1, but has made it almost to the end of the game, and therefore would still be considered in first place. Fartsplosion apparently is pausing to edit out a swear. What?
I think must be under a stream.
Oh, I didn't
I'd
see
imagine.
it.
I don't know.
Whatever. You can say butts here. You can say fart. This is generally a PG-13 esque stream. I do not get rated B by the movie rating people because this isn't a movie, and I don't get rated by the ESRB.
Silent Snake made it. Just defeated.
Yes, Tentacle Boy is down. I mean, Chippendale Dancer is down. I think that puts Silent Snake into third place or second place, doesn't it?
Second place.
Yeah,
yep.
Second place. Yeah. And Little May Rose is a little bit confused because she apparently skipped a kill animation for the boss there. I mean, heck, if you can do it, go ahead and do it. And there we go, Silent Snake onto the casino. Woo! AKA the bitrate killer stage. But
oof, yeah.
Honestly, if you are doing an American-themed game and you don't put Las Vegas in there, it's fine. Las Vegas it's not very big. It's in the middle of a desert, in the middle of nowhere. I guess
so
it's one of the flashier places in the U.S., though.
What would be the ideal tropes for a Japanese dev when making an American theme or a U.S. theme game? Bro,
I would say, you know, in general, developers try to, like, cram in things that are going to be, like, the most, hey, I know what that is. You know, if you're making a game for your own audience, Japanese developers making a game for a Japanese audience, what they're probably going to do is cram in the biggest locations. What I'm thinking of would be New York, Vegas, because it's just been in so much media with all of the bright neon lights. Subways are like if you're going to be making a cartoon and it's about the US, you're going to have a subway in it.
Yep.
Yeah. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Thank you very much for including that. Yeah. Vegas is one of the tackiest places in in the U.S. though. I think somebody was saying that. Other people are saying like Grand Canyon / like I think of Yellowstone more than the Grand Canyon. Both of those are pretty big, but also beaches. California beach style. That is a huge trope in a lot of U.S. games made in Japan. Cornfields will not show up. No. I don't think that's going to be very... Yeah, Trashnomancer in chat is saying cornfields. If you're an American making a game about America, you will probably have cornfields. Hey, Wizard of Oz, I'm looking at you.
Okay, Silent Snake on to stage 4. This is turning out real nice so far. So
Yeah.
let's see what
Wait,
he's buying the cat.
apparently
yes.
Double Dragon has some cornfields. I've played a lot of Double Dragon. Oh, construction site. But that's like any game has to have a construction site.
I feel construction sites should be paired with New York. I feel like this historically. Consider I'm a foreigner.
Yeah.
I know as much as I can about U.S. culture.
What else would you sort of expect? Like stereotypes, what else do you think would show up in
Well, we
US
haven't
game?
talked about food.
Okay. I mean, it's got the
hamburgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, hamburgers, milkshakes, beer, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I think for a game aimed towards a younger audience, they trimmed out the beer. But it wouldn't be too like unusual for that to pop up. Low IQs, Mr. Me or Mystery to Me. That's right. That's how you say your name, Mystery to Me. Shut up. Shut up.
Yeah. I wouldn't count on IQs there.
Wow. Yeah, and thank you, chat, for pointing out that IGenX is IGenX IQ is eugenics bullcrap. Obesity, yeah, there haven't been too many fat people in this game, and I don't think obesity was quite as much of a stereotype in the 90s as it was later on.
I think in the 80s had a lot more obesity.
Really?
Just thinking overall, but not in games per se. No, not in games.
Yeah.
The rest of the culture, like movies, they were all over the place. Hot dogs and big trucks. Yeah, that's another trope.
I'm thinking, like, if you have Americans showing up in Japan, the big trope is that the Americans are extremely stupid. And, like, one, they speak terrible Japanese or no Japanese. And then two, they're like the stupidest people in any type of media. And you know what? I can approve of that. I gotta be honest. While Silent Snake is just absolutely destroying this mirror match. Holy crap.
He figured out the good strat were just kicking from far away because this boss is too dumb. And that's it.
Oh, chat does
That
point
was
out
pretty
that
fast.
in 90s anime, basically every American had a boombox. So fun story. I think in this game you are trying to recover your boombox as well. At least maybe it was in the arcade version. Yeah. Okay, game overview for the arcade DJ Boy. The object of the game is to recover DJ's stolen boombox radio. And so you have to go through 5 different areas, defeating the bad guy. Music notes up here. Yep. So
Getting the boombox feels a lot better, if I may say, objective than just going after your girlfriend. It's a different type of trope. It's just like feels much more genuine, if I may say.
It's
Give
silly.
me my boombox. I paid for it.
Honestly, I would probably kick people if they tried to steal my boombox. Yeah. I didn't even have the boombox. I had to borrow like the Walkman and the Discman, you know, from my parents. Cat tied to a balloon. I think that is Garfield. That absolutely looks like Garfield. Garfield is saved.
That's so fun.
But yeah, the thing about American Mr. T that's really fascinating is that, like, a lot of people, when they come and visit America for the first time, they want to go to all of the major locations, you know, the things that they've seen in media. They want to go to New York and Las Vegas and LA and maybe to Yellowstone. And guess what? The US is really big. You should just plan one trip to like one of those locations and then go back home. And then next time you go to the US, go to a different one of those locations. Like this, it's huge here. It is absolutely gigantic. Little May Rose, by the way, making a good push on the fourth stage here.
Who's fourth as well?
Yeah, Silent Snake is on the boss rush. I don't know, like, Fart Explosion has the lead, but one of those two could take it away.
I think 2 bars from defeating the final boss from this stage. So we have to pay attention to what Silent Snake does here.
Yeah. Oh, I think that, like, car races are also a really big trope for the US. Like,
yeah. I like because for Silent Snake is not resorting to the air kicks, just throwing kicks and going back. It's a risky strat sometimes, but
gotta risk it for the biscuit. Do you want a biscuit?
And we're only less than 10 minutes.
Mr. T, do you want a biscuit?
9 minutes, too much. Do I want a biscuit?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have a biscuit.
Okay, better risk it. What you gonna risk? Huh? Money or your life? I'll take your money for a bit. That's called buying and selling. Haha!
Oh.
Yeah, we're doing good here. Wow.
I like how both enemies, the smell stripper and the big lady, just like were catching their guts
you know,
at the same time.
There's part of me that feels like we really do have diversity in the U.S. Like, you know, we have territories like Puerto Rico and
Hawaii.
Well, Hawaii's a state, like, where they actually have rights.
Oh, no,
like,
you mean, outside territories.
I wish there... I think that it's good to, like, acknowledge diversity. It's just that, unfortunately, that the stereotype that appears with boss number 1 is a little bit, like, too much of a stereotype. One stereotype too far, I think. Little May Rose barely beats... Oh my gosh, Woo! Round 4 is done. 1 hit point left. Yeah, we've got Puerto Rico, Guam, American Samoa, U.S. Virgin Isles. Yeah, like, it's just really hard to, like, for any developer to have, like, inclusivity without relying on stereotypes. When there's no dialogue. Like in this game. Yeah, but, you know, there are ways to do it, you know? Be creative. Don't go for, like, the only stereotypes that you've seen on TV. Go ahead and use your brain. Huh? You can do that. In the 90s, like, I'm gonna go ahead and say that at least they were trying to have, like, a variety of characters. And yeah, they may have relied a little bit on a stereotype that's not the best, but at least it isn't the worst.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
No, it's okay.
Silent Snakes facing the exploding clowns.
Here we go, back to the boss refight here. I actually love the idea of having like a larger woman fighting as one of the bosses. I think that's really cool. It's just unfortunate that there are 2 types of ladies in the game. One is the super sexual, and one is the really kind of chubby lady here who throws pies. I don't know, like baking pies, is that a bad thing? You could have a baker.
It's a mild.
I'm conflicted.
Oh, no.
I'm conflicted. I'm gonna go ahead and say that I'm conflicted. There we go. I'll go ahead and refresh each of their streams so that everybody is as caught up
Rose
as possible.
had told us that they were having some issues with Verizon, so might be issues, but I think she's okay. She's a little further than we were seeing now, because she's up to the male stripper.
Very nice.
So now, this is the thing. Silent Snake was close to defeating the clowns. She lost the clowns. So now Little May Rose, we have to see how further does she make here. So there's still chances of a lead change. I did not see Little May Rose bought alive before heading into this place.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Sorry, I was
it's
reading Wikipedia about the lady fighter here, and the original version was a very racist stereotypical black woman, and I'm sorry everybody, but this has to be known. This is video game history, okay? This is yeah, she attacked by farting, and that's not really particularly cool. Yeah. Guess what? A lot of places had problematic media, and there are places that still have problematic media. Okay, that's a lot worse. I would say that the character that is currently portrayed in this release of the game is a huge improvement. Absolutely huge improvement.
I will say, though, I'm going to derail back into the game. It's pretty impressive how far Little May Rose has made with one hand. If she's doing it with one hand, as she mentioned in the game chat.
Yeah.
But we're close to the end.
Oh, May is through the clouds, and look, currently at full health.
Oh, she hit a life. Yeah.
Almost full health. Okay. So this is hopeful. This is
good.
really hopeful.
This is good. Well, we'll have to see. No, there's still the small clowns, in which you don't have to kill them. You have to wait for them until they explode. So it's best to avoid them. One thing that I don't think all the players understood, because I've seen Silent Snake defeating the small clowns. It's just like, you don't need to do that.
Always defeat the clowns. Mr. T, always defeat the clowns.
Or just let them die.
Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and say that the change that they made with this version of the game, good.
Yeah.
Because that would have been absolutely inexcusable. And I would have I've been shaking my head.
I can't remember right now if the other versions of the arcade, of the console port, did that edit as well, or if they just leave it like that.
Apparently the earliest ones did not have good stuff.
Because this is the US version.
Yeah, the US version, they were like, we gotta take this out, and good thing that they did, because otherwise I would be bashing this game so hard.
No, this game wouldn't even be here.
Yeah, you cannot.
Just rest assured, I would not have brought it if that was around.
So here we go. 2 minutes left, everybody. We are in the final stretch.
Now she's on the last dude on this stage. We'll have to see how much damage she makes in 1 minute and a half.
Yeah, she's
doing. Imagine how
she could possibly take the victory here. Fartsplosion is still in the lead, though, right?
Yep.
Oh my gosh! Look at these hits. This is great. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that if you make a game and there is exactly one black character in it and they attack by farting, maybe you need to rethink your choices. There we go. There we go. I hope that's not a controversial statement here.
My God.
3
Bro.
bars left.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god.
It's so close. 1 hit
Let's
left.
go. I think she can do it.
1 hit left. That's all. 1 hit left. Little May Rose. Okay, you kicked him in the face. Is this gonna be a lead? I think
Took the
this
lead. Yes,
is a
because-
lead.
Yes. Yes, it is a lead change.
Oh my gosh. Okay. The
I
boss
want
is
to see
almost
her
dead.
defeat. I want to see her defeat the boss now. I want to see that. Come on.
Yeah, just one. Like, yes, the boss
Yes!
is dead. Everybody, we get a boss kill right at the end, solidifying first place for Little May Rose. That is the hour. Throw your hands up in the air. What a comeback. Oh, holy cow. I did not expect that. That was so good. Well, there we go. I wanted to listen to a little bit of the music, but this music. Bleh.
So now we get to see the last boss of the game.
This
A
is the
little
final
Maze Rose.
boss.
Yeah.
Oh, she's cute. I like this boss. Okay, she teleports. Scary. But you know what? I'm really happy with how the match went because this was shocking. Absolute like last minute comeback. It's super exciting whenever that happens. And I'm going to go ahead and welcome Little May Rose. I'm welcoming Little May Rose to come and chat with us because, yeah, in the final minute, Little May Rose moved into the lead. Fartsplosion, unfortunately, stays in second and will be going home along with Silent Snake and Varian LeBlanc. Maybe they're already home. They get to stay home.
Oh, she's shaking.
Oh no! Yeah, this was ridiculous. All of the players should feel good about how they did though, because everybody made a solid push to get some progress. And here we have Little May Rose. Congratulations! I'm absolutely shocked. This was so good.
My heart, oh my god, ow.
Oh, what like, I saw, like, right at the end, you were just really scared of that hair metal, the hair metal enemy. Like, he was just there breathing fire, looking like a hedgehog, and you were going very deliberately slow. You only had 1 hit point left. If you would have died, you would have taken second, but then you finally got him down to 1 bit of health, and that was enough to move into the lead. Defeating him was just like solidifying it. No chance that we'd have to go back and look at VODs. You, in the final minute, like, you got there. In the final, like, 30 seconds, you got that.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that close. Holy cow.
It was so freaking close, yeah. Like,
Yeah, when I got to round 5, and I'm just like, okay, it was, it seems okay. And then the refight started happening. I'm like, oh no. Oh, please don't double dragon this even harder than you already have.
I know, right? But yeah, like, what are your thoughts about the game? Because I know that you struggled a little while to get used to it. It wasn't like the fastest game that you were able to learn, but like the getting consistent at the game is what you really needed to do, and you did.
Yeah, it was kind of like trying to figure out where the damage numbers were, like at first trying to figure out like exactly where hitboxes were was kind of like the hardest part, I think.
Yeah.
And then like once I figured out that the jump kick was like stupid strong. Like it did
was.
like
There was another tactic that you could have used. This was the kick, where because the basic kick in the game, it just has a long range type of damage.
Yeah, it has a really long range.
What's another chance you could have taken as well? But yeah, the basic threat in this game is just air attacks.
Yeah, because it's kind of like the kick was doing a decent amount of damage, but like like that very first boss, I was noticing if I just kicked her, it wasn't taking a full bar. Well, if I jump kicked her, it took a full bar. So that's why I was just like, the jump kick seems to be the way to go.
Yeah.
I got a question for you. Did you figure out all the items in the shop?
Eventually, yes. I know the cat was like an extra, like basically an extra life.
Yes.
Yes.
Which I got that. I was just like, I have no idea what it did until I actually died. Like I lost all my health because I was freaking out. I was like, oh no, this is it. And then I got the full bar. I'm just like, oh, I guess that's the cat.
The cat is attractive.
Yeah.
Of course, like the jetty looking skates were speed up.
Yeah.
Gan, I think, was like a power, like more strength to your attack.
I think so.
No, the gun I think gave you more endurance. Where you
Okay.
withhold more damage, and then you have the gloves. The gloves increases your punches and
Attack.
kicks and the power. You have two power-ups for punches: super punch, and then the power-up which increases the damage you make to the enemies.
Yes.
So-
yeah, there's the speed up punch, and then the. I'm still trying to figure out how my clone was doing like the kind of thing. I was like, I want to do that.
I think that's the super punch. I haven't got to see if that's it. Right.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I like. Is this a game that you could see you going back to, or is it just not a game that like you want to see ever again?
I had fun with it. Like it's
Okay.
it's actually surprisingly responsive. Like even if it looks like you're kind of sliding on ice because you're on skates, the actual like attacks are actually real responsive. Like trying to do the jump kick, I was actually like BC, like real quick, and it actually was coming out. And I'm just like, okay, that's really responsive. Like beat 'em ups aren't exactly my wheelhouse, so going back to it, maybe. But like, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to playing it again. I mean, I had fun with it. Maybe I'll put it on like my actual Genesis and see what I can play around with.
I was thinking I'm not really the biggest fan of beat 'em ups because a lot of the time they just tend to be like very samey. You learn one move and get good at that, and then that's pretty much it. But this game actually had enough variety and like a low enough number of places where you're just stuck fighting enemies that take 1 billion hits to die. That like it's got enough variety for me that I think this is kind of a fun game. Flawed but fun.
Yeah, it was definitely really fun. I think not having continues is a little.
It's tough.
But like the fact that you're only locked in like at the boss and like maybe 2 other locations where you can just dodge all the enemies otherwise.
Yeah.
And then stage 4 where they're just like, here, have a platformer little bit. And stage 3 is all like, well, this is kind of a bonus stage where you're just going, you know. You're right. It had a good amount.
How'd you feel about going into round 2 with no lights?
That stressed me out at first.
That's why like I don't know if you guys remember, but like that whole stage I tried staying like at the top of the stage literally the entire time just so I could avoid whatever was down there.
Yeah. By the way, I do know that there was one point where you had a little bit of a break to rest your hand, and I try to let people know that sometimes that's absolutely fine. Sometimes getting your composure back together, sometimes just taking a breather so that you can have a good attempt in your next playthrough, sometimes that is worth it, and I think that, I hope you're doing okay,
I might have to take a look at it. I mean, I'll share, but like I got some really bad burns on my hand a couple of weeks ago.
Although I'm curious about that because if you were playing with just one hand, or did you just?
So by the end, I was using my pointer and middle finger. I was using my 2 fingers on my left hand and 2 fingers on my right hand instead of my thumbs, and that kind of worked a lot better, I think.
Okay.
But
that's impressive.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
It is
I might have
impressive.
But yeah, like
considered,
my
doing
hand
keyboard
is like
controls.
wrapped up. Yeah, my hand is like wrapped up in gauze right now and everything. So
Oh, jeez.
Rest your hand, please.
Yeah, go and rest.
Please.
you know, hopefully a little bit of the additional blood flow to the hands today isn't a bad thing. But yeah, I'm hoping that you're able to recuperate fine, and I'm still glad that like you were able to do what you did, and hopefully that it wasn't too straining for you. Thank you so much for coming, and I'm like seriously surprised how well you did, especially with that last attempt. Great job there.
I'm surprised at how well I did.
You'll have to look at the VOD later. Because
Oh my goodness, yeah.
It was
amazing.
fun. Yeah.
I was freaking out.
We were all freaking out. We were like
We were
I was
all
like, I
freaking out,
kind of
yeah.
want to get stuff ready for the next match, but I can't look away because holy crap.
Woo.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'll definitely take a watch. Yeah, I got note cards to do for school, so I'll take a read while I'm doing my note cards.
yeah. All right, little Mayros, take care. Mr. T, thank you for giving the game out. I'll see both of you later.
All right, good job, good stuff. Good job to
See you
everyone.
later.
Yay,
Bye.
good job, everyone. Take care. So